Howdy peeps, and welcome back to the channel, or if you're new here, welcome. Glad to have you aboard. Today we're doing a long-term review, as it were, of the Lovefish Panorama 40 litre tank, one from Pets at Home. I've had this running now for 20 months, so I figured it's a good time to just go into what's occurring with the tank. Obviously, as you can see, planted, here's fresh water, plant substrate. Oh, and if we zoom in a bit, we can see what's actually living in here. If it'll actually focus, there we go. We have a school of 10 Palliatus corridoras, some of which are the high fin variant, very pretty little fishies, and one remaining Ember Tetra. Dink. Soon to go in will be some golden white cloud mountain minnows, just to act as a dither fish for the cories, so they're not so scared. Now, what can we say about the tank, etc.? Well, everything still works. Filter's still running, lights are still running, heater's still running. Tank hasn't sprung a leak. Nothing's overly fallen apart at all. The only thing I have noticed, which is I say a bit of an issue, is quite a serious safety issue, is this is the power brick, and yeah, the lid isn't actually fastened on by anything, it doesn't seem. And it looks like there might have been an attempt at putting some glue in there, but that is a live mains transformer, so just be careful if you're unplugging and replugging. Pull it by the base, not by the lid, because that's what I did. So that's a bit unsafe, but hopefully mine is a one-off and it's the only one that's like that. Not too big of an issue. I'm a Sparky, know what I'm doing around electrics, so yeah, safe enough. Obviously we've also got some snails in here. If you've just got your first tank, new tank, don't panic about snails. Snails are a good thing. Brilliant clean-up crew, getting rid of algae. They clean up after the fish, and what they produce becomes plant food. So yay! And it's just something that gripes me every time I see a post on Facebook, someone going, "Ah, help, I have snails!" Like there's some kind of bad thing in a tank. Alright, cories are back down by the food again. Happy little fishilies. But we're about to scare them all big time, because we're going to lift the lid and watch them all go zoom, zoom, hide, and blind ourselves. The one question I do get asked fairly regularly is because I mentioned about the filter, was that I wasn't going to use the cartridges that come with it. I was going to use sponges instead. So literally that's all I've done. A couple of different grades of sponge. There's a coarse and a fine. I just got a great pond filter sponge off of Amazon. It was cheap enough. And this is jammed in there using the IO media thing. But I say, that's a lot easier and a lot cheaper than having to replace the cartridge every month. As obviously you can see, the lights are still working. I don't use the blue light because all blue lights do is grow algae. The fish don't want the light on at night. You don't need a night light. I mean, I guess it kind of looks pretty if you turn it on, but nah, not for me. It just grows algae. And where this tank is situated, if I literally turn around, there's the front door. So if I go out, that curtain gets pulled across as I leave the house, so this tank does get direct sunshine. What additions have I made other than the wood and the plants, which have taken off recently since the addition of the corridoras? More poop equals more nitrates equals more plant food. The only thing I've done is added a sponge filter in the corner down there, just running off of a little nano air pump, silent, just to get some extra filtration, some extra surface agitation, and therefore oxygenation. It's one of those things where people put air stones in tanks. I don't see why. I get, you know, the bubbles for the surface agitation, whatever, or even perhaps you might think they look pretty, but for me, you get the same bubbles coming up, but you get extra filtration. And it's not like sponge filters are expensive, £5 or £6, something like that for one like that. Just an idea, and I say, get a corner one, you stick it in the back, stick some decor or a plant in front of it, job done. Super easy to clean out when you're doing your water changes, whether you're like me and you're doing once a week or every couple of weeks or whatever. As I say, just pull the top, or take it out, pull the top off, pull the sponge off, squish it out in the water you've just taken out of the tank, put it back together, put it back in. Same goes for the sponges in the main filter. Pull them out, smush them out in the tank water, get all the gunk out, put them back in, and that will last until the sponge actually disintegrates, which is going to be years, let's be honest. And I got 3 sheets of sponge, I think it was about a £5, so it's going to last forever basically. It's going to outlast the tank. I'll zoom back in on the Cories because they're pretty. So there we go. Overall, what I think of the tank, the Lovefish Panorama. 40 litre, I'm guessing the bigger ones are basically the same, slightly bigger filter, slightly bigger light. So yeah, it's quiet, it doesn't leak, and everything still works. So yeah, I'd still recommend it, especially if you can get it at the sale price, which I did. I have them fairly regularly. If the Fluval Flexes aren't on sale, then the Lovefish Panoramas generally are. Oh, Cory butt. But yeah, so as you can see, there's a couple of the high fins down there. Is it just ploughing it with everything, trying to get to the food? Most of them not realising still that the food is actually that big red tablety thing down there. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope anyone who's been thinking about buying one of these tanks, or who has seen my previous unboxing and review, will watch this and see what the long-term thoughts are. It's one of my most popular videos, so if you've got any other questions, leave a comment down below. Don't forget, like, subscribe. Hey, if you've got other people who you might think might be interested in one of these tanks, share the video, share them a link, stick it on your Facebook. I don't mind. It's all good. Anyway, thanks for watching again. Enjoy your hobby. Peace out. Rock on. Bye bye.